All right, good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Andrew Blackman here by myself today. We're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday afternoon performance of live Jai-Alai action, of singles-only Jai-Alai action today. We got 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offer win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And again, if these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager that begins in Game 4. The high-paying High 5 jackpot begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee. You see that on your screen now. It's Games 3 through 7. And the all-new Mighty Ocho, new for this season. The jackpot was originally $1,000 guaranteed there. It's been up to $2,000 for this season. So $2,000, the new guarantee in the Mighty Ocho. That one's a little tougher. You got to get all the winners through games 1 through 8 and be the only winner to take home that $2,000 guarantee. Online wagering is available if you'd like to place bets on any of those wagering opportunities at watchandwager.com. But placing bets, of course, is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. And of course, another one of those websites, My Winners, I believe for those of you out in Connecticut, because Watch and Wager, you're not able to play in some states. And if you joined us for the first matinee of the day, you know we do have a couple of scratches here, so we'll get to that as quickly as possible. So we got 3 guys that are out of today's program. Cool Fitness was dealing with a concussion, and then in an abundance of caution, as we've been saying, both Lamonti and Vuelo are both out of this performance today. So these will be the complete rundown of those 3 individuals as it affects the afternoon performance here at Magic City. 9-game singles performance only here today. Game 1, post 1, scratch Lamonti, replace him with El Barba. Game 1, post 1, scratch Lamonti, replace him with El Barba. Game 1, post 2, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Ben. Game 1, post 2, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Ben. Game 1, post 6, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Bueno. Game 1, post 6, scratch Cool, replace him with Bueno. Game 2, post 1, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Asier. Game 2, post 1, scratch Cool, replace him with Asier. Game 2, post 6, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Juice. Game 2, post 6, scratch Vuelo, going to replace him there with Juice. Moving on, Game 3. Not a doubles game today, this is singles only performance. Game 3, post 2, scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool with El Barba. Game 3, post 2, scratch Cool, replace him with El Barba. Game 3, post 4, scratch Lamonti, replace him with Ben. Game 3, post 4, scratch Lamonti, replace him with Ben. Game 3, post 6, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Game 3, post 6, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Moving on to Game 4, 2 scratches here. Game 4, post 2, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool with Fred. Game 4, post 2, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Fred. Game 4, post 8, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Asier. Game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Asier. Game 5, post 1, scratch Lamonti, replace them with Bradley. Game 5, post 1, scratch Lamonti, replace him with Bradley. Game 5, post 5, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Ben. Game 5, post 5, scratch Cool, replace him with Ben. And Game 5, post 8, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Game 5, post 8, going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Bear with me, folks, here. These last 4 games, a couple of last scratches. We're going to start Game 6, post 3, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Juice. Game 6, post 3, going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Juice. It's the only scratch for game number 6. Game 7, 1 scratch. All the way to the bottom of the page, purple post 8, Vuelo is scratch, going to replace Vuelo with Bradley. Game 7, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bradley. Game 8, post 2. Going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool Fitness with Juice. Game 8, post 2, scratch Cool, replace him with Juice. And finally, that 9th game, Superfecta game to close it out for you. Game 9, you get post 5. We got 2 scratches in this 9th game. Post 5, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with CRB. Game 9, post 5, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with CRB. And then Game 9, post 7, scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool Fitness with Juice. Game 9, post 7, scratch Cool, replace Cool Fitness with Juice. And folks, that has been a complete rundown of the scratches of Lamonti, Vuelo, and of course their Cool Fitness for this afternoon's program. Of course, we'll give you a reminder of those scratches before the start of every game. And again, for Game 1, post 1, this is Game 1, post 1, scratch Lamonti, replace him with El Barba. Game 1, post 2, you're going to scratch Vuelo and replace him with Ben. In Game 1, post 6, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Bueno. It's another reminder, the scratches for this first game, which is now just 4 minutes away. And we'll start it off there with that Spectacular 7 video that will explain the scoring format for the first 8 games of this performance here. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And folks, coming out of that Spectacular 7 video, just a couple of program notes through the rest of the week here. And we're updating you. And of course, we've been very cautious about with everything going on and dealing with a myriad of injuries as well here at Magic City. So with all that in mind, the remainder of the games for this week here at Magic City will be postponed. So this Thursday afternoon performance will be the last performance of the week. The rest of the games will be postponed until next Thursday when we will be back in action. So make a note, we'll be back in action next Thursday. That is a week from today. We will not be playing next Wednesday. And we'll be back with those regularly scheduled performances there next Thursday. Obviously, as we said, we're dealing some sickness, some injuries, and look, we want to be cautious during this time. We want to be as safe as possible, and we got a long season here. We want to keep our guys healthy. We want to keep them safe, and with the injuries and all that's going on with the testing stuff, that is the decision there. All the remainder of the games for this week will be postponed, and we will resume play next Thursday. That is a week from today with our regularly scheduled 12 noon performance. So just want to update you all on that. And we'll get more into that. I mean, look, it's a reality that all these major sports have yet to deal with. Baseball is coming back. Basketball is coming back. The NHL is coming back. And look, you get one guy that may be feeling under the weather and it impacts the entire team. And this is just a 22-guy roster. Imagine an NFL team with 50 players or an NBA roster, 15 guys and all the games they play against other teams, and MLB teams with 25 guys and coaches and all that. So this is just the reality of the world that we're living in today, and obviously we want to be as safe as possible. So again, all games will be postponed until next Thursday, where we will be glad to resume highlight action then. So now less than a minute to the start of game number 1. Final reminder for the scratches here. Game 1, post 1, you're going to scratch Lamonte, replace him with El Barba. Post 2, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Ben. Post 6, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Bueno. Post time now, less than a minute away to the start of the first game, and again of this final performance here of the week here at Magic City Jai-Alai. For those of you that are playing along with the fantasy as well, we will still be giving away a prize for this week. The prize for week number 10 was the first U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship. We know there's some chatter about that. People are excited about it. We're going to give the hat away. The person that has the most points after this performance, this afternoon performance, will get that hat. So just a short week here in fantasy, obviously dealing with the issues with Cool Fitness and him being in the program. So we're still going to give out the hat. Someone's going to win, and that will be decided at the end of this performance as we see the clock hit 0 minutes. And let's bring you game number 1.
Why are you telling me about some 11-year-old that died?
All right, let's go. Game time.
Now is this shit going to go out here?
We are ready now to begin game number 1, game 1. Spectacular 7 singles match. You'll be hearing me say that a lot this performance. We'll be playing it up to 7 points. Points doubling after the first round of play here to begin. Serving in the red of post 1. We have El Barba substituting for the scratch Lamonte. Receiving the blue of post 2. Here's Ben substituting for Vuelo. There's a serve. Game 1 is underway. Ben missed on the right side. That scores out for Albarba, 0.1. 1 first up on the board here in our first game of this afternoon performance. Brings it court, the white shirt to post 3 and a receive. Legend. Sidearm forehand taken out of the air by Albarba. Here's Legend again, between the 8-9 line. Fires that one hard, backing up Albarba. He's got it on the quick bounce. Comes back to the inside. Legend. A little deeper now. Soft play, looking for a big bounce. Albarba, no problem with that one. Goes outside with it, just a bit outside. 0.3. Three on the board here in our first game for this matchup. We bring to the court, green to post 4, Fred. Serve missed by Fred, 0.3. In receive for this matchup, black shirt to post 5, CRB. CRB, that one just coming out of his cesta there at the 10 line, 0.3. In receive, yellow, post 6. Here's Bueno. Bueno charges, takes, fires at the 8 line, but that one a little too hard, a little too high, catches the overhead screen out of play, 0.3. Three now, 4 straight points in receive. Here's Ossier, pink to post 7. Another good serve there by Legend. Here's Ossier, 10 line. Low hard reverse, that's cut off. 8 line. Here's Legend. He's going to go deep, plays this one to pass. Ossier sets up, 7 line. That's a Rebote 2 wall. And it's caught by Legend. Good idea. Might have been out, but it's got to stop it there. Here's Ossier, 8 line. Keeps it inside low. That's Legend making a nice catch at the feet. Ossier, that one juggled a little bit coming out of the cesta, 0.3. In now to receive, rounding out the first round of play. Final matchup, we have purple shirt to post 8, Juice. Under serve, 0.8. That'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game, folks. Back to receive. Here's Ben, blue post 2. Ben keeps this. One to the inside. Juice goes back at the 9 line. Diving Rebote save. Here's Ben charging. Hard forehand. Back. 3 wall play. Juice again going to the ground. That one just into the top of the pad. Good effort again there. Tries to make the save. 0.8. 0.2 rather. Sorry, folks. Back up the score here. It's my mistake. 0.2 goes to Ben. You'll see that adjustment made up on your screen in a moment. Ben now serves to Albarba. The red at post 1. Albarba keeps his forehand inside. Ben takes it on the forehand side, running out of space along that wall. Scores 0.1. Albarba now 3 points, serving the returning 4. Here's Fred. Ten. Fred, that reverse 2 wall. Keeps to the inside there. Reaching. There's Fred, brings it down at the 10 line. Comes inside again. Albarba, hand on the wall. Waits for it on the back end. Makes the save. Fred charging. Not going to get there. 0.1. Possible game point now for the red shirt of post 1, Albarba. He has 5 points. In to stop in post 5, here's CRB. CRB plays this one to the outside on the reverse. Rebote saved by El Barba into the top of the pad. This game will continue, point 5. Bat to receive for this matchup. Yellow post 6, here's Bueno. Rebote saved by CRB going to the ground. That's going to be a big bouncer. Bueno. He'll admit he didn't read the spin right there. That one's going to score for CRB, point 5. 5 now, 4 points. Returning, here's Assier. CRB. Scoop attempt missed there, point 7. 7 on the board with his first 2 points of this game, but returning with possible game point. White to post 3, here's Legend. Legend, that sidearm forehand. Assier waits, takes it on the back end, makes the Rebote save. And that tipped on the left side by Legend. Game's going to continue, point 7. Returning purple post 8, here's Juice.
Oh, I'm 2.
Serve there by Assier. Juice takes, forehand side. Comes over the top with it. Caught by Assier, low with the feet. He goes deep, forehand. Juice, Rebote. On a quick bounce tip by Assier. Scores point 8. Eight now, 3 points. Returning, post 2, Ben. Good hard serve by Juice. Ben takes on the left side. Switches over to the forehand side. The carom, that looks like it caught the top of the pad, and it did, point 2. Returning, here's Fred, post 4. High bouncing serve. Fred waits, fires it from the left side. Ben over his head. What a great catch. Fred played to the corner of the front wall. Here's Ben. Sidearm. Back to the inside. He's going to let it pass. Rebote. Forehand. That's a really good save. Way to hang in there. Ben. 8 line. Hard. This one passes again. Rebote shooting out again. Forehand. Going to land just wide of the court. Good eye by Ben to watch it all the way through. Point 2. Folks, this is game point. Ben's got 6. El Barba has 5. Game cannot be played beyond this point. This is game point. Ben serves El Barba. Ben hangs in there. Here's El Barba, sets up middle of the court, fires at Rebote. There's Ben with a good stop. El Barba had it for a second. Point and game to the blue of post 2. Ben. 3 will serve to 1. This is a playoff for place and show point. Goes outside. Legend. Rebote save back to the inside. El Barba right there at the 7 line. Good catch. Goes deep. Here's Legend. Middle of the court. Slight 2-wall. Comes outside on a quick bounce. El Barba brings it in. Cortada. Good stop by Legend on the left side. Hits to the outside. There's El Barba going all the way back. and catches the top of the pad again. Well, 3 will place there, and 1 shows. Unofficial order of finish for game number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Official results will be coming up in just a few moments. And results of Game 1 are now official. Post 2, Ben, he substituted for Vuelo. He gets the win. Post 3, Legend takes second. Post 1, El Barba comes in third. 2-3-1, the official order of finish for our first game of this afternoon performance. We'll get those prices coming up your way momentarily. And results of Game 1, as we said, were official. Here are the prices. 2-3-1 was the finish. The Quinella 2-3 or 3-2. Quinella, tomato. 2-3, 3-2, 26-20 there. The trifecta, $2 try, 2-3-1. $103 even the return there. If you boxed it, $25.75. 50-cent try box there, $25.75. Coming up next, folks, moving into our second game, game number 2, another spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing game 2 as well, up to 7 points. Points, of course, doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Wait for those entries there. They roll across your screen. We'll update you on a scratch. Couple scratches there. Game number 2, you're going to, Fred, of post 1, you're going to scratch Asier. Post 1, replace him. Scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Asier. I've done that a couple times. Excuse me, folks. Game 2, post 1, scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool Fitness with Asier. And post 6, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Juice. So game 2, you see those 2 scratches in the entries there. Post 1, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Asier. Post 6, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Juice. Post time to our second game of the day, probably just under 6 minutes from now. And folks, we understand we got a lot of new viewers out there that trying to understand the game for the first time, and we've got a little video that explains how those matchups that you just saw there in game number 1, how to win and lose those particular matchups, and hopefully this will clear it up for you. Take a look.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Another reminder of the scratch here in game number 2. Post 1, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool with Asier. And then the other scratch, post 6, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Juice. 2 in this game 2. Post 1, Cool Fitness. He's out. Asier replaces him. Post 6, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Juice. Now just under 3 minutes to the start of game number 2. And we talked about at the beginning the performance, if you joined us for the intro, the remainder of the games for this week have been postponed. This will be the last performance this Thursday afternoon performance. We'll be back in action a week from today, next Thursday, so nothing next Wednesday either. We're going to postpone that performance as well. We'll be back next Thursday, a week from today, with the regularly scheduled performances. And obviously that's just dealing with a couple of the players out for testing. And then, look, Cool Fitness dealing with a concussion. Tennessee, that rib injury, and roster just getting a little bit thin here. And so in an abundance of caution, as we've been saying, we want to keep everyone as healthy and safe as possible. So this is the last performance of the week, and we'll be back in action next Thursday with a regularly scheduled 12 noon post time for that first performance of the day. That's going to affect something else. Obviously, a lot of you playing along with the fantasy Jai-Alai game. Of course, we're still going to give away that hat. I mean, look, we got the U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship coming up. It's going to be a big event. We want to get those hats to the folks out there. You fans are eager to see what those look like. So we will still be giving away one hat to the winner this week. That win will still count towards the overall total. So got to rack up as many points as you can here in this afternoon performance if you're maybe in the middle of the pack. And if you're at the top of the leaderboard there, it's just one of those things. Everyone's kind of dealing with the same issue here. 3 singles players this week. We were dealing with Cool Fitness, who didn't know about his concussion going into the performance, so he was in fantasy as well. So a lot of things going on, but it would be unfair to someone that might be having a really good week at the top of those standings. So fantasy Jai-Alai will total up the points for yesterday and these 2 performances today, and then the person with the most points will take home that U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship hat. And as we said, the winner for every week here in the month of July will be taking home that national championship hat. So we'll be playing those next couple of weeks for that as well as the clock hits 0 minutes. Let's get into game number 2. We're ready to begin game 2. Game 2, another spectacular 7 singles match. We're playing it up to 7 points. All points doubling after the matchups in the first round of play. To begin, serving in the red of post 1, substituting for Cool Fitness, we have Aussier. Receiving the blue post 2, number 22, Bueno. Aussier serve begins game 2. There's Bueno. Set up at the 8 line. Nice rebote save. Taken in the air by Aussier. Hard reverse there at the 7 line. Caught. Bueno at his feet. Goes deep. This one's going to pass. Rebote shooting out. Aussier goes to the ground. It's a great save from him. There's Bueno charging at the 5 line now. Hard forehand. Good adjustment last second there by Aussier. He's got it. Bueno. Over the top. Sticks inside. That one's going to be tipped and score. Point 2. Two takes the first point of this second game. In a receive, post 3, El Barba. El Barba. His backhand stays inside. Bueno runs under it. 10 line delivers a big reverse. It's a great save by El Barba along that side wall. Bueno on the quick bounce. He's got it. El Barba thought about it for a second. Let it pass. Forehand rebote save on the back end. 9 line. Forehand rebote is going to hit. Bueno tried to pick it up low. Not going to get there. Point 3. In receive for this matchup. Green shirt to post 4. Here's Bradley. Cortada. Stopped by El Barba. Reaching out on the right side. Bradley goes back inside. Foot on the wall. Comes over the top with it. Looking for that big bounce. El Barba brings it in. Goes hard to the corner of the front wall. Good catch by Bradley. Takes it out of the air. That's tip, point 4. In receive, black shirt to post 5. Here's Ben. Great catch by Bradley, taking it right off that side wall. Here's Ben. Bradley again, what a great catch at the 10 line. That's a big reverse. Ben on the move. Stops, 6 line, waits. Fall down Rebote again. This one to the inside. Bradley goes outside with it. Not outside enough. There's Ben. 9 line. Back to the inside. Bradley runs back. It's going to hit that 2 wall. Ben brings it down. Hard 3-wall play. Bradley set up perfectly, makes the save. That 2-wall goes outside again. Both these guys outside, and Ben can't bring it in. Point 4. In receive, post 6. The yellow shirt. Here's Juice. Point 4. In receive, pink, post 7. Here's Legend. Legend plays it high off the front wall. Bradley takes it out of the air. Hard forehand back inside, in and out. Legend Cesta scores point 4. And a receive now rounding out the first round of play. Here comes purple shirt of post 8. CRB. Bradley goes hard on that reverse. CRB jumps in there, makes a nice catch. Looks like ball was chasing Ossier in the cage. Everyone's all right. That one's out of play, point 4. That'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. This may be the only one. Bradley's got possible game point. He's got 5 in to receive. Ossier. Point 1. This game will continue. Ossier now 2 points. Back to receive. Here's Bueno. Blue shirt to post 2. Bueno runs in. Fires at reverse. Middle of the court. Rebote. Ossier sends it to the outside. Here's Bueno playing it back to the inside. Gets by Ossier. That scores. Nice shot on the forehand from Bueno. Point 2. Returning white to post 3. Here's El Barba. Bueno miss the forehand. Rebote at about the 9 line. Point 3. El Barba now with 3 points. Returning. Black of post 5. Here's Ben. Reaching El Barba. He's got it on the forehand side. Comes over the top with it. Back inside. Here's Ben. 9 line. Two wall does not cut out, but Ben goes for the carom. That one just wide of the court. That's out of play. Point 3. Possible game point now. White at post 3. El Barba. He has 5 points. Need to stop him for this matchup. Here's Juice. High bouncing serve's going to do it for El Barba. Point and game to the white shirt of post 3, El Barba. No playoff here. 4 is going to place, and 2 shows. Unofficial order of finish for game number 2, 3, 4, 2. 3, 4, and 2. Official results coming your way in just a few moments. Prices up on your screen there. The official result there for game 2, 3-4-2. El Barba with the win. Post 4, Bradley takes second. And post 2, Bueno comes in third. 3-4-2 the finish there. No one had the 3 to win. No one had El Barba to win. So it's going to go down there to Bradley. 1080 on the win for Bradley there. So going down the list here, $2 Quinella, 3-4 or 4-3, 96.60. Pretty good payout there. The $2 try, 3-4-2, 350 even. The 50-cent boxer, 87.50. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, moving along into our third game already. This is a singles-only performance here this Thursday, second matinee, afternoon, whatever you want to call this performance here at Magic City. Game number 3 will be another spectacular 7 singles match. 7 points, points doubling after the first round of play there. See a couple of asterisks next to those names there. We got 3 scratches here for game number 3. Going to go through the list here. Post 2, Cool Fitness, originally scheduled to play. He is scratched. Replace him with El Barba. Post 2, Scratch Cool, replace him with El Barba. 3, post 4, going to scratch Lamonte, replace him with Ben. Post 4, scratch Lamonte, replace him with Ben. And finally, post 6, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Folks, game 3 also, well, those have been the complete scratches. Game 3 also marks the start of the high 5. And the high 5 correctly picked the winners of games 3 through 7. If you get all of those winners correct and you're the only one, the only ticket to get that, you will take home the minimum $2,000 in that guarantee there, but looks like if it gets over, I think it's about $1,200, right around that $1,300 mark in the high 5. You see it's about $1,000 now. Once it gets to that $1,200, we'll be over the $2,000 if one person were to hit it today. So could be over $2,000, maybe a little bit under. We'll see depending on how much is bet into that. And post time now for game number 3, just under 5 minutes away.
I really got the name El Barba from Coach JR. You know, like the first day I came into practice, he was like, "Oh, La Barbas." You know, he called me the beard. And, you know, it kind of just stuck. The most frustrating aspect of highlight for me probably would be anticipation. Because the ball's going so fast, you don't have time to wait to see where the ball's going to be thrown. It's frustrating, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm playing a sport for money, okay? My goal is to go out there, win every point, as soon as I step on the court, win the game, and call that game a day. You know, that's it.
And folks, getting some questions and just to clarify about the programming schedule through the rest of this week here at Magic City. So, as we announced at the beginning of this performance, the remainder of the games for this week will be postponed. We're postponing our Friday performance, our Saturday performance, Sunday performance, and also next Wednesday's performance. So we'll be back in action, scheduled next Thursday, so a week from today with the regular schedule we're going out. So we got the 12 noon and the 4 o'clock p.m. Those 2 sessions will be back a week from today. I just want to clarify that, and obviously that's just the reality of what we're dealing with here. There's, you know, in addition to the testing that we've all talked about with a couple of players and Stu as well, you're dealing with a couple of injuries on this roster. Cool Fitness. I mean, a lot of you, as well as myself, didn't even realize he took a ball to the head in one of those games and actually got a concussion out of that. So just like the NFL with concussion protocol, I mean, those are particularly tricky. Even if you're feeling okay with concussions, you just never really know when those are going to be recovered fully. So giving Cool a little bit of time to recover this week. So holding him out. That's why he's not playing. Tennessee obviously hurt his ribs diving on a Rabote save last week. I believe it was last Friday's performance. So Tennessee is out dealing with that. Give him some time to get healthy, and obviously what's going on in the world and a couple of other scratches today. We just want to be as safe as possible and an abundance of caution, as we've been saying. All the performances have been postponed until next Thursday. So again, our performances tomorrow, 12 noon and 4 p.m. are postponed. Saturday performances 4 and 8 have been postponed. The Sunday noon is postponed, and also Wednesday noon performance for next week is postponed. We'll be back here next Thursday bringing you live highlight action. And again, we hope this is not something you see. Look, a lot of these major sports are planning on coming back. You got baseball, had their 60-game season. You got the NBA. They have their whole plan to play that playoffs. The NHL, similar plan as the NBA. And, look, you're seeing it here in real time with Magic City. It's, what's going on in the world. It's a little difficult to control. You never really know, and you want to be as safe as possible. So we've got a roster of 20 guys, and we're, in our own little bubble here, and it's still obviously very difficult, and we want to be safe. So it's going to be, as we say, you got a couple of weeks that NBA is going to start, and you're going to see a lot of these teams dealing with those problems. You see one guy could, shut down the entire league, and that's sort of what happened at the beginning of this whole thing, and we're just seeing it here first. And, of course, we want to be safe, and we've got a long season. 6-month season here. We got a lot of highlight to bring you, and we want to do it for the long haul. So that's the decision we made there. Games postponed through next Thursday, and we'll be back. A lot of energy, and as the Highlight Channel may have teased a little bit, maybe some new content as well. So that'll be really cool. Now less than a minute away to the start of game number 3. We'll give you another reminder of those scratches. Game 3, post 2, scratch Cool, replace him with El Barba. Post 2, scratch Cool, replace him with El Barba. Post 4, you're going to scratch Clemente, replace him with Ben. Post 6, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Those 3 scratches for game number 3. Post time again, now just less than a minute away. And for those of you playing along fantasy as well, we said that the fantasy points for this week, we're going to have whatever the points were for yesterday and through today's performance. We're still going to give out the U.S. National Highlight Championship hat to the player that played that fantasy game and got the most points. We will still be giving that out, so make sure to check on those after the performance today, and we'll update you on that in a couple minutes here. As we see the clock at 0 minutes, let's begin Game 3. Ready to begin Game 3. Game 3, another spectacular 7-singles match. Play this game up to 7 points. Points doubling after the first round. Here's Juice serving El Barba. Post 2. Good hard serve from Juice. Opens up the game. El Barba keeps this to the inside. Miss first time round. Point 2. Two first up on the board here in our third game. And receive white at post 3. Here's Fred. Fred lost and on the throw. Point 2. El Barba 2 straight points open up this game. And to receive now, green shirt to post 4. For this matchup, we have Ben. Rabote left side to the outside. Ben brings it down. 10 line. Goes for the soft play. It's going to hit a little too high. El Barba's going to get there. 5 line. That scores point 2. And receive, post 5, CRB. Catch by CRB, just above the pad on the left side. Here's El Barba. Good stop again on the left side by CRB. He goes deep this time. El Barba stops and waits at the 9 line. Rebote save on the left side to the middle of the court. El Barba brings it in. Slight 2-wall, comes back middle of the court. Good catch by CRB on the forehand side. Scoop attempt, missed, 0.5. Five on the board with his first points of this game. In a receive, yellow post 6. CRB gets out of the way. Time to make that save. Here's Bueno charging in. 6 line. Bueno tried to pass. Good catch over his head. Here's Bueno. Good adjustment. Takes it on the right side. Back to the inside. CRB had it for a second there. It was right at the feet. Just falling out of his cesta there, 0.6. Bueno serves for this matchup, the pink post 7. Here's Legend. Great adjustment by Bueno. Takes it on the quick bounce on the forehand side. Here's Legend, high off the front wall. Taken out of the air, Bueno. At the 9 line, comes over the top, back inside. Backing up, there's Legend. Sidearm forehand cut off from Bueno. Takes it on the backhand now. Pass over his head, Rebote saved by Legend, just laid it up off the front wall. Charging in at the 7 line, there's Bueno again. Another stop from Legend. Bueno goes for the carom. Legend has got the speed to get there on the outside. Plays it back to the inside where it scores 0.7. And receive rounding out the first round of play. Purple of post 8. Here's Asier. Asier. Big backhand. And Rebote missed. Just beyond the 7 line there by Legend, 0.8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of this game. Here now for this matchup returning, we have post 1, Juice. Juice, powerful forehand again. There's Asier, 10 line. Just above the pad. Juice has got it on the left side. 2-wall. In and out of Asier Cesar at about the 10 line, 0.1. Juice now 2 points. Serving post 3, Fred. Point 3. Here's Ben, post 4 to receive. Hard reverse, Fred on a hop, brings it in. Played high off the front wall, Ben, right side. Sidearm forehand back to the inside. Fred's going to let it pass. Forehand Rebote. That's going to hit above the pad. Ben on the move. He's got it. Jumps. Fires. Fred missed it first time round. He's going to keep that alive. Put back to the inside. Ben runs under it. Just beyond the 8 line. Goes deep. That one actually caught a piece of the overhead screen there. That's out of play. 0.3. And for this matchup, blue post 2. Returning, we have El Barba. Fred turns, waits for the Rebote. Another good forehand Rebote save from Fred. El Barba, 9 line. He's going to look for the big bounce here. Fred's going to let it pass. Goes all the way back to the 12 line. Missed that forehand Rebote. 0.2. 5 points for El Barba gives him possible game point here in this third game. For this matchup, serving post 5 CRB. El Barba got that one low. Hard reverse to the inside. There's CRB with a good catch. That one's going to catch the overhead screen. Point and game 2. The blue shirt of post 2, El Barba. No playoff here again. 3 is going to place, and 1 shows. Unofficial order of finish for game 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Official results will be coming up momentarily. And results of game number 3 are now official. Post 2, El Barba with the win. Second win already. Back-to-back wins for El Barba in this performance. Post 3, Fred takes second, and post 1, Juice comes in third. 2-3-1, the finish there for game number 3. The $2 Quinella 2-3 or 3-2, $48 even. $1 exact. That's a nice exacta price. $1, 2-3, $83.20. The trifecta, $2, 2-3-1, $3.50, $3.80. The 50-cent box there, $88.45. Up next, folks, moving right along now into game number 4. Game 4, another one of those spectacular 7 singles match. It's beginning to sound like a broken record today, but only singles here in this performance. Both of the performances today in mostly 7-point games. Game 4 marks the start of that pick 3. The pick 3 had a record pool the other day. All you got to do, correctly pick the winners of games 4, 5, and 6, those 3 games. And you can take home a nice chunk of change, whatever's bet into that pick 3 pool, which was a record $1,953 yesterday. $1,953 bet into it. It went at $1,400 this afternoon. $1,400 was paid out, so a little bit under that pool, but still a nice little payout there. Couple scratches to note if you like to play the pick 3 for game number 4. We'll update those for you. Game 4, post 2, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool Fitness with Fred. Game 4, post 2, scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool with Fred. And post 8, game 4, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Asier. Post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace him with Asier. Post time now for game number 4 is just under 5 minutes away.
Catch by Bueno. Carom by Bueno. Caught by El Barba. Rebote left side. Lamonte makes the catch. Returns a Carom that's gonna score.
Tight to the inside. Rebote comes out. Diaz sends that just under the overhead screen. High bouncer comes Asier just in front of the 11 line. That's a long Carom. That one will score.
Reversed by Bueno. Kubala from the 7 line throws a 2-all that is stopped on the forehand of Bueno. Bueno's Carom. That's going to score.
Wow.
Carballo takes it in the air, throws a Carom back to the outside, and that scores. What a shot. Douglas on the right side. Sidearm, Carom opens up beautifully. outside placement of the forehand rebote. Bueno's on it. Rifling a carom to score. One of the best points of this season. Ragley from the 10 line. Over the top to the inside. Kubala's there. Carom by Kubala's going to score. Catch on the forehand to Vanderluck. What a carom. That
Wow.
Wow. Here's the reverse. Caught by Ron. 2-0 by Ron. Caught by Douglas.
Nice.
Carom by Douglas. Wow.
And folks, that was a collection of the top 10 caroms from the 2019 season here at Magic City. Last season, there was a couple of really good caroms there from a bunch of the guys on the roster. And as we noted here at the beginning of this performance, just another reminder that the games this week, we are postponing the rest of the games for this week. Out of an abundance of caution, we just want to make sure everyone's safe. We got a long season here, and we will postpone those games dealing with injuries. Obviously, we know that some guys are getting tested out there. So with all that going on, we've postponed the remainder of the games, performances for this week, and we will be back in action next Thursday, not next Wednesday, next Thursday. So we'll take off that Wednesday performance as well next week. So Thursday, Newton performance will be the first one of next week for the 11th week of this Jai-Alai season, as we now have just under a minute till we begin Game 4. Another reminder of the scratch. Game 4, Post 2, Scratch Cool, replace him with Fred. Post 2, Scratch Cool, replace him with Fred. And Post 8, you're going to scratch Vlelo, replace him with Asier. Replace Vlelo there with Asier. Out of Post 8.
All right, let's go.
And with that, we're ready to begin game number 4, Game 4. Spectacular 7 singles match, playing it up to 7 points. Points doubling after all those matchups there in the first round of play. Serving in red at Post 1, we have Ben receiving the blue at Post 2, substituting for the Scratch Cool Fitness. Here's Fred. Ben's serve begins Game 4. With a missed serve, point 1. Ben first up on the board here in our 4th game. That'll bring the court, the white at Post 3. That's you, Bradley. Yes, correct. Post 3. Ben, hard forehand miss by Bradley, point 1. Ben, 2 straight points to open up this 4th game. In receive now, green at Post 4. Here's El Barba. Good catch by Ben at the feet. Hard forehand. El Barba charges. He takes. Low back to the inside. Ben went to scoop it up there, just falling out of his cesta. Point 4. El Barba, his first point of this 4th game. Bringing the court, the black shirt at Post 5 for this matchup. We have CRB. CRB, big backhand. El Barba stops, 8 line, plays that rebote to the inside. There's CRB on a knee, forehand rebote save. Brings it down on a high bounce, almost. Point 5. And receive for this matchup. Post 6, here's Bueno. CRB low to the inside. Bueno tried to run up on it, just tipped 0.5. Pink at post 7. Here's Legend. Forehand right to the middle of the court. CRB's on it. Over the top, his forehand. Brought down by Legend at the 10 line. Comes back to the corner of that front wall, backing up his CRB. He's got it at the 11. High and hard to the front corner. That's tipped by Legend at about the 8 line, 0.5. And in to receive now, rounding out the first round of play here. We have the purple shirt at post 8, number 31, Assier. CRB, 2-wall. Got a decent amount of spin there. Assier runs up on it. The cortada just above the ground. What a catch by CRB. Plays it inside where your opponent's not. Assier runs back. Unbelievable save. He's on the ground. Got to get up. CRB didn't have to throw it that hard. Assier's got it just beyond the 11. Here's CRB. Back on the left side. Assier runs under it. Good catch. 9 line. CRB, another good catch. Assier narrowly gets out of the way. What a point played by these guys. Great effort by Assier to keep it alive, but CRB is going to get the point there. 0.5. CRB serves post 2. This matchup, here's Fred. Forehand rebote by CRB. Fred stops it. 8 line. Goes hard with that backhand. 2-wall. Yep. That's going to hit. Yep. And score. 0.5. Possible game point now. Black shirt to post 5. CRB. He has 6 points into stop in post 3. For this matchup, here's Bradley. Bradley over the top. Tip by CRB. 0.3. This game continues. Bradley on the board. First points of this fourth game. He's got 2. Returning, here's Ben. Bradley over the top at the 13, looking for a big bounce. Ben brings it down. 11 line. 2-wall that sticks to the inside there. Bradley comes hard on the sidearm forehand. That's going to get by Ben. Scores 0.3. Returning for this matchup, green shirt to post 4. Here's El Barba. Oh, reverse. That's going to go to the outside. Bradley had the speed to get there. That one just in and out of the cesta. 0.4. Here's Bueno out of post 6. Back to receive. Serve missed by Bueno. 0.4. Possible game point now. Green shirt to post 4. El Barba. He has 5 points in to stop him. Post 7. Here's Legend. El Barba, forehand. Soft play. Looking for the big bounce over Legend. Not going to work. Brings it down to the 13 line. And that's tipped 0.7. This game will continue. 7 on the board now, 2 points. First 2 points of this game, returning Asier, purple at post 8. Over serve. That one landed just beyond the 7 line, 0.8. Asier now first 2 points. Back to receive. Here's Fred, post 2. Big reverse by Fred there, caught by Asier over his head, makes a nice grab. Robote's coming out. Fred at the 7 line, hooked that forehand. Robote, 0.8. Asier now with 4 points, but returning to the court with possible game point. It's the black shirt to post 5. CRB, he's got 6 points. Low runner. Stop there. Asier at the 10 line. Delivers a hard one back to the inside. CRB, good catch low right at the feet. Asier's going to let it pass. Takes the Robote on the back end. Good save back to the inside. CRB running along with it. Tracks it down. Makes a forehand save on the Robote. And that's going to get over Asier to score for the win. Point and game. Black shirt of post 5. CRB. 4 is going to place. El Barba will place. We have a playoff now for show point. Post 3 will serve to post 8. Bradley lost his footing, sticks with it, makes that forehand Robote save. Asier couldn't bring it in there at the 9 line. 3 will show. Unofficial order of finish for game 4. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, and 3. Get those official results coming up momentarily. And results of Game 4 are now official. Post 5, CRB with the win there. Post 4, El Barba takes second. And Post 3, Bradley comes in third. 5, 4, 3. The official order finish for game number 4 as we see those prices coming up on your screen there right now. A nice win there for CRB, $22 win. Let's go down to those exotics, though. The $2 Quinella Consolation, the exact pool, 5 all or all 4. 5 all is going to pay out $11. Exacta all 4, $6.80, meaning that no one had the 5-4 exactly. So 5 with all or all with 4. A couple of consolations there paid out on the exacta. $2 Quinella, 4, 5 or 5-4. That's any order there. 1, 11, 40 and 50 cent trifecta price. 5, 4, 3. Big 50 cent price. 275.50. And up next, folks, moving right along, game number 5, game 5. Another one of those spectacular 7 singles matches here. Again, these games played up to 7 points. Points double after all the matchups in the first round of play. See, there are a couple scratches to note here for game number 5. Get those for you right now. Post 1, you're going to scratch Lamonte, replace him with Bradley. Game 5, we're talking about post 1, scratch Lamonte, replace him with Bradley. Post 5, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Ben. Post 5, scratch Cool, replace him with Ben. You got post 8, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Post 8, scratch Vuelo, and replace him with Bueno. Those are all the scratches for game number 5, and post time will be coming your way now in just under about 7 minutes.
What really keeps me focused on getting better at this is that I really believe in myself that I can really make a difference on the court and really make a difference for Jai-Alai as a sport in general. And I believe that I could be competing with the best. That's what makes me want to keep going. So I think my biggest goal is really just being better than I was last year. I think that's what matters most. I think last year I had like 43 wins. So as long as I'm getting more than 43 wins next year, I'm going to feel great.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, rather sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play Jai-Alai.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to Jai-Alai. I went to the university. I said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train Jai-Alai players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into the sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
It'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team. Game time now, man.
This is going to be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Jai-Alai became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
Yeah, a couple things there for you, but first that trailer for Magic City Hustle, the award-winning documentary about the start of the Jai-Alai program here at Magic City just a couple of years ago. If you would like to watch that for yourself there, head over to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the Jai-Alai tab, there is a hyperlink that'll take you directly to the website, or you just type in MagicCityHustle.com into your browser, and then you can rent it, go to that website where you can purchase it for $5, and then from there, it's a $5 buy, so you can enjoy it as many times as you like. And also, you saw CRB, his profile debuting, talking about 43 wins there for him last season, and certainly adding to that total and doing a really nice job here in 2020 as well. And we talk about, you see in Magic City Hustle, CRB, one of the guys that wasn't there. Kubala, another one of those second-year guys. Douglas, not part of the first-year program. And obviously a couple others. I'm leaving some out there. But CRB, what makes it more impressive, he's only been playing Jai-Alai for a year and a half, almost half as long as some of these other guys. And this week in particular, he's playing really, really well. Let's take a look at his stat line there. That was his third win of the week to go along with one place. So in fantasy, one of those middle-value guys that if you have him on your roster, probably looking pretty good there. And again, and someone else noted in the live chat, I said, CRB looks like, some of those later games that he was struggling a little bit. I was actually going to talk about the opposite there. It looks like CRB is playing really well and actually hanging with some of those guys in those later games. And we talk about, yes, he has less experience than some of these other guys, but he played football at the University of Miami. He's a receiver, so look, he's got all the athleticism in the world. The guy's got a lot of speed. He's got power. I mean, he can really do it all when he puts it together. And, the thing that separates the best players here is really consistency, and that's in any sport. And with some of those guys that have been playing, only 2 years as opposed to the 3-year players when this program originally started, and that's really one of the keys for him. But I will say that personally, these last couple of weeks, CRB has looked absolutely phenomenal, probably the best Jai-Alai he has ever played in his career over these last 2 seasons, and that's been a consistent performance. I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago he started playing really well. I remember Stu was talking to him about his backhand, just, be a little more patient, take your time, and make a good throw. He was getting a little quick with some of those throws, and that's really seemed to make the difference there. He's catching well, throwing well, and just playing some really good Jai-Alai there for CRB. His totals on the season there. CRB, 17 wins, so he's tied with Ben and Kubala. The likes of those two guys, and you mentioned Kubala last year took second place in the championship singles, so same wins as a guy like that. I mean, that just proves that he's really improved this year and making good on his promise of doing much better than those 43 wins there in 2019. Now just under 2 minutes to the start of Game 5. Another reminder of the scratches here in our fifth game. There's a couple of them, so take note here. Post 1, you're going to scratch Lamonte, replace him with Bradley. Game 5, post 1, scratch Lamonte, replace him with Bradley. Post 5, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Ben. Scratch Cool, post 5, replace him with Ben. And post 8, you're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bueno. Scratch Vuelo, or post 8, and replace him with Bueno. You see there out on the court warming up. Now less than a minute to the start of game number 5. And with that, we're ready to begin game number 5. See the clock hit 0 minutes. Game 5, another spectacular 7 singles match. A couple more spectacular 7 singles before the finale today. That spectacular 9 game book. Game 5, spectacular 7 singles. We'll be playing it again 7 points. Points doubling after all those matchups in the first round. Serving in red at post 1. Substituting for Lamonte, we have Bradley. Receiving to blue post 2, number 10, Juice. Bradley's serve begins game 1. And that one's an overserve. Point 2. 2 takes the first point of this 5th game, and to receive now, white at post 3. Here's Asier. Asier charges. Good catch here by Juice. 10 line. That one into the top of the pad. Point 3. Green should have post 4 in for this matchup. Here's CRB. Point 4. CRB on the board here in game 5. And receive post 5. Here's Ben. CRB, good catch. Takes it low at the feet. Here's Ben. Ducks down, makes that good grab as well. CRB stops at the 8 line, waits for the forehander. Bote does make the save. Ben takes it forehand side, goes high and hard off the front wall. CRB brings it in on the left side. Narrowly stays under that overhead screen. Ben goes back, 7 line, falls to the ground, plays it to the outside. CRB got it. Hard, back, inside. A little Magic City bounce there is going to score for him. Point 4. Here's yellow shirt at post 6. Legend in for this matchup. That's tipped. Backhand side by CRB. Point 6. Six now serves. Pink shirt at post 7 for this matchup. We have El Barba. That's an overserve just beyond the 7 line. Point 7. And now to receive, rounding out the first round of play here, we have the purple post 8, number 22, Bueno. Bueno charges on that high bouncing serve, takes and fires at the 8. Reaching over his head, good grab by El Barba at the 9 line. Keeps it middle of the court on a quick bounce. Bueno brings it in. Forehand back inside. Tried to scoop it up, that tipped point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning red shirt to post 1. Here's Bradley. Bradley, fastball, stopped there by Bueno on the left side. Keeps it inside, low with the feet. Bradley brings that in. Bueno backpedaling, takes it at the 4, lays it up off the front wall. Bradley's going to go outside with it. The safe play and the one that scores as well. Nicely done. Point 1. Bradley now 2 points. Here's Juice returning out of post 2. Big bouncer. Juice brings it in. Powerful forehand again. There's Bradley low at the feet. Makes another good catch. Here's Juice. 8 line. Just above the pad. Here's Bradley. Going to go for the carom. Juice backs up. Going to take it on the left side. Good adjustment. Slight 2-all is going to bounce to the outside. Bradley, he's on it. The cortada. Not enough on it. Juice stops it. Here's Bradley. That's tipped by Juice. Point 1. Bradley with 4 points now, serving the returning 3 post for this matchup. Here's Asier. Point 3. Asier serves post 5 for this matchup. Here's Ben. Asier lets this one pass. Rebote, forehand save. Backs up Ben to the 11. Low runner just above the pad. Asier. Great forehand Rebote save. Had pretty much no space to get that off. Here's Ben now. Sidearm forehand. That's tipped. Point 5. Ben on the board here in game 5. He's got 2 points. Serving CRB, he also has 2 points. Left side, Rebote left side there from Ben. High bouncer, CRB. Brings it in nicely. Comes off the side wall. What an adjustment by Ben's got it on the left side. Keeps tight along the side wall. Rebote coming way out. There's CRB's got a save on the right side. Ben throwing it where his opponent is not. CRB, even with a lot of speed, not going to get there. Good idea by Ben. Scores. Point 5. Ben with 4 points. Here's Legend returning out of post 6. A sidearm carom gonna sneak by Ben. Definitely in, definitely scores. Point 6. Here's El Barba. Pink at post 7. Catch off the sidewall out of the air by a Legend. Delivers. Big reverse. El Barba. Rebote. Sticks outside. Legend goes back inside with it. It's going to come out to the middle of the court. El Barba. Soft forehand back inside. Legend waits on the back end. Good idea. Keeps play alive with this Rebote save. Here's El Barba. Winds up the costado. Inside. There's the rebote. Albarba charged that one in and out of the cesta, 0.6. Ooh, hold on. Sorry, folks, adjusting the score here. You're going to see it go up for a second. 0.6. We're good now. Possible game point. No, he's good, folks. Possible game point. Legend's got game point. He's got 5 points. Serving for Bueno. Bueno charges that one. Backhand miss by Legend. Game's going to continue, 0.8. Bueno now 3 points. Returning, here's Juice out of post 2. Juice. A lot of power behind that forehand. Going to get by Bueno. That scores 0.2. Returning to the court now for this matchup. Here's Bradley. He's got 4 points. That's an underserve. Came up short of the 4 line. 0.1. Possible game point now. Post 1, Bradley. He's got 6. And to stop him for this matchup, White at post 3, here's Assier. Bradley backs up, takes it just beyond the 12 line. Play to the corner of the front wall. Gets by Assier, and that's going to score for the win. Point and game to the red shirt of post 1, Bradley. No playoff here in this 5th game. 6 places and 5 shows. Unofficial order of finish for Game 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, and 5. Official results coming your way in just a few moments. And results Game 5 are now official. Post 1, Bradley with the win. 2nd win here of the 2020 season. Both coming here today. Post 6, Legend takes 2nd. And post 5, substituting for Cool Fitness is Ben coming in 3rd. 1, 6, 5, the official order finish. Board game number 5 as those prices roll up on your screen right now. The $2 Quinella. 1661. Returns $37.60. $2 try, 165, $478.60. 50-cent box here, $119.65. Up next, game number 6, game 6. Same as the previous one. Spectacular 7 singles. Playing it again up to 7. Points, of course, doubling after the first round of play there. So we'll wait for the entries here to roll up on your screen as we will update you as a scratch. 1 scratch only for game number 6. 1 scratch only here in game 6. Going to affect post 3. Going to scratch Cool Fitness, originally scheduled to play. You can replace him there with Juice. Game 6, post 3, scratch Cool Fitness. Replace Cool Fitness with Juice. So the entries are on your screen right now. Game 6 also marks the final number here of our pick 3. So we'll see those projected prices depending on who's going to win here in game number 6. And we are now just under 5 minutes to the start of that 6th game. Just under 5 minutes to the start of game number 6. And in case we have any new fans who may have missed this explanation video at the beginning of the program, Well, we're going to play it for you here again. And again, this explains in simpler terms how the game of Jai-Alai is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Folks, that was the explanation about winning and losing those matchups here in Jai-Alai, as we are now just under 4 minutes to the start of game number 6. As we said, game 6 marks the end of the pick 3 as those prices roll up on the screen. Now, big prices in the pick 3 all day. Looks like just one winner, but that's a big load of money there, over $1,000. A couple combinations there for the 3 and the 4 are going to pay over $1,200. The 8 going to pay over $1,200. So those pick 3 pools getting up there. And as we talked about in the matinee performance there, we actually broke a record for the pick 3s, just under $2,000. We was in 1953 that was bet into it that Wednesday performance. So huge pick 3s numbers coming in. And you like to see that. I mean, when I started here about 2 years ago now, second year in this program as well, you know, those pick 3s were getting up, you know, hopefully over 100, 200, 300. Now you're seeing 4 digits in the pick 3. That just shows you where this program has come in such a short period of time, and wouldn't be possible without all the people that work here. You got the AV staff, you got Director Anthony up there, Producer Lindsay, everyone that makes this possible. We got Diane, we have George. We thank everyone for this presentation, and we're glad to just bring you entertainment during this time. And we know that a lot of you are craving sports out there, and hopefully this is just getting you a little bit of that sports fix in, and we love doing it for you. So again, now with 2 minutes, we'll update you. Just one scratch for game number 6. Post 3, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Juice. Game 6, post 3, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Juice. And again, we see there may be a couple more people watching than at the start now. So another time we're going to update this. Don't know if the Jai-Alai channel might have posted it in the chat already, but the remainder of the games for this week, again, have been postponed. The remainder of the games for this week had been postponed. So we had tomorrow's session, we had Saturday, we had Sunday, and then also next Wednesday. We're going to postpone those next 4 performances, next 4 days of Jai-Alai action. We'll be back a week from today, next Thursday. We got 2 performances, the 12 noon and the 4 p.m. So we're going to take a week off on an abundance of caution. Obviously dealing with a multitude of injuries on the roster now. Those injuries just piling up. The injury bug, a real thing here, especially in Jai-Alai. If you know, the way these guys are falling, the way the effort on these rebote saves, you've seen it this week. There's certainly going to be some injuries there, and guys are dealing with that in this portion of the season. You get the U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship coming up here in a couple weeks, and you want to make sure everyone here is good and healthy to go for that as well. So, again, we are postponing the remainder of the games for this week. We'll be back a week from today, next Thursday, with our regularly scheduled performances. So again, that affects tomorrow's performance, Friday, it affects Saturday's performances, affects Sunday, and also next Wednesday's performance. And Fantasy Jai-Alai, again, will be a winner this week. So keep cheering on your team and see if you can break through and get these couple final points here, as we got a couple more games to close out the week. As the clock hits 0 minutes, we're ready to begin game number 6. folks, game six. Game six, another spectacular 7 singles match. Serving in the red at post 1 to begin. We have Bradley receiving the blue at post 2. Here's Ben. Scoop by Bradley. Wow. Delivers a hard forehand back. Ben with a good grab. 11 line. Catches the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 1. One first up on the board here in our 6th game. I'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. Here's Juice. Juice goes outside with it. That one a little too far outside. That's wide of the court. Point 1. One now serves post 4, the green shirt. For this matchup, we have CRB. That's an overserve. Point 4. In now to receive for this matchup. Black shirt to post 5. Here's Carballo. Right along the sidewall. CRB. Just tipped there. Point 5. Here's post 6 for this matchup. Bueno. Carballo goes deep. Actually going to say that caught a piece of the overhead screen. And of course out of play, point 6. Here's post 7, the pink shirt, Ron. Ron. Strong reverse. Doesn't come out there for Bueno. Scores point 7. In now to receive, rounding out the first round of play here. We got the purple shirt of post 8. Here's El Barba. Ron up at the 8 line. Oh, hard reverse. That's caught by El Barba. He goes deep. Ron to the outside. Turns that rebote back to the inside. El Barba now at the 9 line. Plays it high and hard up. He's going to catch the back wall, rebote. The forehand from Ron. Comes to El Barba just beyond the 10 line. Middle of the court. He looks, fires, back inside. Great catch by El Barba right along the side wall. Turn to the corner of the front wall. Comes middle of the court. El Barba, his costado to the inside. Ron running back. Not going to get there. Point 8. And that'll do it for the first round of play. Now all matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, Ben. Ben missed the high bouncing serve, coming in a little slow. Point 8. El Barba now 3 points. Here's post 3, Juice returning for this matchup. Point 3. Juice serves post 1. Returning, we have Bradley. Bradley fires at the 11. Juice lets it pass. Runs around it. Robote save on the backside. Bradley trying to get that one backing up. It's going to get by to score. Point 3. Juice now 4 points. Here to receive green shirt to post 4 for this matchup, CRB. Good serve by Juice, back CRB up to the 13. Delivers a nice reverse. That's caught on the right side by Juice. Low, hard forehand to the inside. Crossing the sidewall there right at the 11. Great shot for Juice. Scores point 3. That gives him possible game point now with 6 points. In to stop him, post 5. Carballo. Carballo plays that runner to the inside. Juice missed the Robote save on the left side. This game continues. Point 5. Carballo serves post 6. Here's Bueno. Bueno tried to pick it up there at the feet at the 7 line. That's going to get by. It scores point 5, giving Carballo now 5 points and a possible game point here in game 6. And to stop him for this matchup, post 7, we got Ron. Low runner from Ron. Caught low by Carballo, takes it out of the air. Delivers one back. Here's Ron at the 9 line again. Plays this one to pass. Robote's coming out. Forehand save. Does that spinning Robote. Ron plays it back to the inside. Carballo running back. That one escaped. Everyone's all right. Point 7. Ron now 3 points. Here's Ben returning post 2. Ben, low just above the pad. Ron with a great catch at his feet there. Robote's coming out. Ben plays it middle of the court. Ron on the left side now. Oh, that 2-wall, Costado 2-wall just catches the top of the pad. Good idea. Just needed it about a centimeter higher. Point 2. Ben gets his first points of this 6 game. Here's El Barber returning with 3 points. Ben got that one just above the pad. El Barber runs under at 6 line. Delivers a hard reverse. That comes out 2-wall save for Ben. Sends El Barber to the outside. At the 7 line. Back to the inside. What a scoop by Ben. Here's El Barber at the 8. Plays this one to pass. Ben sets up 7 line. Goes to the ground. Not going to make the front wall. Point 8. Possible game point now. Post 8. El Barber. He's got 5 points. In to stop him post 1. The red shirt. Here's Bradley. Hard forehand. Robote going to the ground. What an effort by El Barber to even get a piece of that. It's going to land wide. This game will continue, though. Point 1. Bradley with 4 points. Here's post 4, CRB. Bradley got it on the left side. Slight two-wall, stays just under that overhead screen. CRB waits on the outside. The two-wall. Great idea, just a little too much on it. Point one. Folks, this is game point. Game cannot be played beyond this point. Bradley, post one's got 6. Juice, he's got 6 points out of post 3. One of these guys is going to win it. This is game point. Juice. Nice reverse. That's tipped by Bradley. Point and game to the white shirt of post 3, Juice. One's going to place. We'll have a playoff now to determine show point. Post 5, Carballo serves. Post 8, El Barba. Reverse 2-wall. Sends Carballo outside. High off the front wall, that tip by El Barba. Point and show, post 5. Unofficial order of finish there for game number 6. 3, 1, 5. 3, 1, and 5. Official results coming up momentarily. And results of game 6 there are now official. Post 3, Juice. Yes, Juice with the win there, substituting for the scratch. Cool Fitness. Post 1, Bradley takes second, and post 5, Carballo comes in third. 3, 1, 5, the official order of finish for that 6th game. There's prices come up on your screen right now. The $2 pick 3, 513, 3 of 3 numbers. Another $1,000 payout on that pick 3. It looks like $12.74 and change. The $2 Quinella, 1331, 4080. Got the $2 try, 3152, 7880. The 50 cent, you box it there, 50 cent price, 6970. Again, stressing that pick 3 price. 4 digits in those win 3 prices. A long cry from those maybe even 2-digit prices that were paid out. A lot of 2 out of 3s. Now those pick 3s are hit 3 out of 3 pretty consistently, and someone's taking home a nice chunk of change every time that happens. So good to see there. As we are now moving into game number 7. Game 7. Another one of those spectacular 7 singles matches. Only 2 more spectacular 7 singles for this day, and then we close it out with that Superfecta 9-point singles match. This 7th game will be played, of course, up to 7 points. Points doubling after all those matchups there in the first round of play. A couple of scratches. Well, just one scratch. Actually, looking at the lineup here. Post 8, game 7. See the 1 star up on the board. There's Bradley substituting for Vuelos. Post 8, you're going to scratch Vuelo. Replace Vuelo with Bradley. Game 7, post 8, scratch Vuelo. Replace him with Bradley. Game 7 also closes out the high 5, 5th number of the high 5, and post time now just about 6 minutes away, just about 5 minutes to the start of game number 7.
Red runs up, saves it, reverse. That's an excellent 2-wall rebote thrown by Cool Fitness. Diaz with the catch. Another 2-wall scores for the win. beautiful 2-wall thrown by
Wow,
Douglas to
what
score.
a finisher.
Robote thrown by Ben. Carballo's there, winds up another one. Costado 2-wall's gonna score. Here's Ben. Scoop by Douglas. Costado by Douglas. 2-wall will score for the win.
Snatched up Carballo. Played outside. That one hits Ben. That one will hit.
Wow.
And score.
Karam by Jet, stopped by Brackley. Brackley for the 3-wall play. Robote's going to the outside. Jet's there. Returns a 2-wall to score.
Robote out, nice save. Anderluck out of the air, fires this one high off the back wall again. Another Robote save going to the ground with one hand. That one will score.
Soft 2-wall. Fitness read it, caught it, returned it. 3-wall play coming way out. Juice is there.
Wow.
Juice got a 2-wall Robote that scored.
Oh, man.
Wow. Karam, stopped by Diaz. On the fly, he threw a 2-wall Robote.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
And that was a collection of the top 10 2-walls from the 2019 season here at Magic City Jai-Alai. And we have just under a minute to the start of game number 7. Game 7 closes out the high five for today. Looks like the high five's going to survive into our next performance, which again, our next performance is next Thursday, a week from today. We're postponing the remaining performances this week in an abundance of caution for obviously what's going on. Been very transparent in the fact that a couple players are obviously going to get tested, and then we're also dealing with a couple of injuries outside of that. So in addition to that, the injuries, the roster's getting pretty thin, and we saw a lot of scratches here today. So we're going to postpone those performances. We'll be back a week from today. Next Thursday, again, will be the next performance. So the next time you get a crack at that high five, the Mighty Ocho, and that pick 3, any of those specialty exotic wagering options. And final reminder of the scratch here in game number 7. We're going to scratch Vuelo, replace him with Bradley. And with that, we are ready to begin Game 7. Game 7. Another spectacular 7 singles. We'll be playing it up to 7 points. All points doubling after a first round of play. Draw those matchups there in the first round. To begin serving in red at post 1, we have El Barba receiving in a blue at post 2 for this matchup, CRB. El Barba serve begins game 7. Catch on the left side. Tries to pass to CRB. He's got it in the air at the 11. El Barba reaching over his head, makes a nice catch at the 9 line. CRB, middle of the court. Goes deep. Stays just under the overhead screen. Nice shot from him. Rabote to the outside. That's El Barba's shot there, working for him there again. 0.1. 1 first up on the board here in our 7th game. In receive, white at post 3. Here's Ron. Serves good. Thought it may be under for a second. Just does get past the 4 line. That scores for El Barba, 0.1. In receive, post 4. For this matchup, we have Ben. Rabote. El Barba sends Ben to the middle of the court, 7 line. He's got it. Goes for the Dejada. El Barba on the move. Looks like he's going to get there. He does. Plays the Dejada back. That comes up short of the front wall, 0.4. And a bow, yes. Ben there up on the board. First point of this 7th game. In receiver this matchup, we got Carballo playing on a post 5. Point 5. Up next for this matchup, post 6. Bueno. First by Bueno. Carballo takes, fires back inside. Bueno had the switch to the forehand there at the last second. That one tipped. Scores for Carballo, 0.5. Carballo now 2 points. Here's Kubala playing on a pink at post 7. Nine line. Carballo plays this one. Comes way out. There's Kubala back to the inside, hugging the side wall. Good catch, Carballo, crashing into that side wall. There's Kubala. Catch over his head. Carballo brings it in. Same way. Rabote save back inside. Carballo crosses over, takes it on the forehand. Kubala stopped there left side. Played to pass. Carballo waiting. On a knee pretty much, makes that Rabote save. Kubala back inside. Pulls it nicely off the side wall. Hard reverse. Kubala again at the 8 line. Gets it over Carballo's head. Rabote left side, this time going to the ground for that. And that carom hooked a little bit short of the front wall, 0.5. In out receive, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt of post 8, here's Bradley. Bradley goes outside with it again. Carballo going to take it on the back end, makes the Rabote save back inside. Good catch, Bradley, 10 line. Rabote coming out, 8. Good save there from Carballo. Bradley gets out of the way. There's Carballo. Goes outside with it. Gonna land in and score. 0.5.
Line is out. Yeah. The fuck? That was right on the line.
Carballo with 4 points. That'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups worth 2 points now. Here's CRB returning post 2. Carballo plays his forehand back to the inside. CRB runs under it. Takes on the left side. Here's Carballo out of the air. 10 line. CRB plays this one to pass. There's Carballo, catches a corner. That front wall goes outside with it. The cortada low just above the pad from CRB. Stopped by Carballo. Plays a reverse back. CRB takes it out of the air. Pulls it off the sidewall again. There's Carballo. Forehand over the top, back inside. CRB on the left side brings it down. Way to hang in there. CRB playing great highlight. Gets that point. Point 2.
All right.
Bote forehand to the outside for CRB. Here's Ron. CRB left the inside open there. That got through and score. Point 3. Ron on the board in game 7 here, 2 points. Returning is El Barba out of post 1. He's got 2 points. Ron turns it back to the inside. Nice for Bote. There's El Barba, just lays it up off the front wall, sending Ron back to the 10 line. Keeps it inside. Over his head, El Barba with another great catch. Stays narrowly under that overhead screen. Ron turns it back inside. El Barba running back. He's got it at the 10 line. A little bit to the outside. Ron on the forehand. That scores. Point 3. Four points now for post 3. Ron. Here's Ben returning for this matchup out of post 4. Catches the overhead screen. That is out of play. Point 3. And now possible game point. White shirt to post 3. Ron. He's got 6 points into trying to stop him for this matchup. Post 6. Here's Bueno. Backing up, takes it on a quick bounce. There's Bueno, comes back over the top with his forehand. Ron, 9 line. Plays it deep. Backhand comes way out. Bueno with the save, going down to the ground. Catch right off that sidewall from Ron. That's missed by Bueno. Point and game to the white shirt of post 3, Ron. 5 will place here. We'll have a playoff for show point. Post 2 serves post 1. Again, we have a show point playoff here. Post 2, CRB serves El Barba. Again, this for show point. El Barba, Costado, winds it up, keeps it inside. There's CRB, forehand rote into the overhead screen. 1 will show. Unofficial order to finish for game number 7, 3, 5, 1. 3, 5, and 1. Official results will be coming up in just a few moments. Results of Game 7 are now official. Post 3, Ron with the win. Post 5, Carballo, rather, takes second. And post 1, El Barba comes in third. 3-5-1 is your official order of finish. Therefore, our 7th game, as prices come shooting in on the screen there. $2 Quinella 3-5 or 5-3. He's going to return $14 there. Public all over that. The Carballo, Ron Quinella, $14 the return there. There's those high five prices. Going to say we're missing those for a second, but they come up 2-5, 1-3, 3, 4 of 5 numbers. Going to return 140.10. And you got just about $1,200 there in the carryover, a little over $1,200. So when we come back next Thursday, should be looking at over that $2,000 in the guarantee if one person were to hit that jackpot. Again, the Quinella 355, $314. The $2 try 351, 132. Even that 50-cent box price, $33. And up next, folks, game number 8. Game 8, the last spectacular 7 singles game of the day. Game 8 also closes out that mighty Ocho. We got a couple scratches here in game number 8. We got Juice playing in a lot of these games today. A couple of guys playing in a lot of games, so give them credit, the stamina for these guys to be able to go out there and look. It's 16 games a day, and understand, as Stu and I are talking about, sometimes those performances back in the day were a lot longer, but they weren't playing all those games there. So guys like Ben, saw people talking about his performance. Juice playing in a lot of games today. CRB, so give these guys credit. They're really tough and hanging in there for a couple of these games and playing a lot of games today. And look, at the end of the day, gives them an opportunity to make some more money. So it works out for everyone there, and taking advantage of it. Both Juice and CRB, and Ben getting a lot of money here this week. Now we got a couple extra minutes here till we begin game number 8. 4 minutes to the start of game number 8. And let's update you on the standings for this week. As we said, this is the last performance. We are postponing the remainder of the performances, games, through next Thursday. So that's that Friday performance tomorrow. It's going to be postponed. Saturday postponed. Sunday postponed. And then next Wednesday also going to be postponed. So we'll be back next Thursday, a week from today. Week from today, I believe that is the 9th of July. So July 9th will be the date we return here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Last chance to gather those fantasy points here in games 8 and 9. But while we have another second, let's run through the standings for the week. So taking a look at the top there, if we were to give out a golden cesta, and it's obviously an abbreviated week here, so no awards or anything like that. But as we said, there will be a fantasy winner, so they will get a U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship hat, as will every winner there for the month of July. So Bueno this week, he's got 6 wins and 40 fantasy points, topping the list in both departments. In second there, Ron, he has 5 wins to go along with 3 shows. He also has 31 fantasy points. And how about this guy playing some great Jai-Alai? Tied for second most fantasy points this week is El Barba. Just came out in this afternoon performance. Just been playing great all over the board. Couple of wins, placing, showing, doing everything in there. If you took El Barba, a little bit of a flyer. It was a $5 value there. 31 fantasy points you're getting out of him this week. And he, look, still got a couple more opportunities. He's playing here game 6 and game number 9 as our Carballo, as our Ron, as our Kubala as well. So some of those guys that were the higher values, and Bueno, another opportunity to take home some more points here in these closing games. So we said outside of those top 2, Bueno got the most wins so far. He has 6. Ron has 5. CRB, 3 wins for him. And someone said it in the chat, not sure exactly who, but this is by far the best. I mean, look, don't want to say anything about the way he's been playing, but I mean, his improvement these past couple of weeks has been exceptional, just so much more comfortable out there. He's moving well. He looks so fluid in the way he's catching, and everything about his game just looks really, really good right now. So that's great to see, and hope that he can keep up that level of consistent play. We've seen it in burst for CRB for sure, and it's just a matter of putting it together over the course of an entire season, couple of weeks, and really just string together a lot of good weeks, and that'll create some positive momentum for him. So on the season for CRB, we gave you his total before there. 17 wins, tied with the likes of Kubala, Ben, and they are tied for 9th place overall in the championship single standing. So going up the roster here, Ron, he's got 19 wins, tied with Vuelo. They are tied for 7th place. And Bueno actually broke the tie with Anderluck and Carballo for 4th place in the championship standing. So now from 4, we're going to go up to 1. So Bueno's got 23 wins. He's in 4th place. Tennessee still dealing with that rib injury. He's out this week, 25 wins. Ikeda still in 2nd, 30 wins. And then Douglas, obviously, 1st place with 34 wins. But we got a new name sneaking into the top 4. We got Carballo right on Bueno's heels with 22 wins. You got Ron there with 19. He's played a couple less games than some of these other guys. You got Kubala at 17. Ben having a nice week. CRB having a nice week. And then El Barba, 16 wins for him. So all these guys, as we said, in the middle of the pack, looking to make a charge up that leaderboard, and some of them are doing just that, closing the gap between 3rd place. And that takes us to the start of game number 8. And we will begin right now.
No, this is game 8. We got this game 1.
We're now ready to begin game 8. Game 8. Final spectacular 7 singles matchup of the day. This game played to 7 points, all points doubling after the first round of play. Starting red at post 1, here's Ben receiving. Blue post 2, Juice. Ben's serve begins game number 8. There's Ben. Keeps it to the outside. Juice, the cortada, that's his shot. Good stop there from Ben. Juice not enough on that forehand. Rebote into the pad, point 1. One first up on the board here in our 8th game. Sorry, game 8. In now to receive post 3 for this matchup, Carballo. Ben on a hop, takes it on the right side, goes for the carom. Quick trigger, Carballo's got it on the outside. There's Ben, another great catch just beyond the 11, plays this reverse back. Forehand, Rebote. Carballo crashes into the wall, gets out of the way. One in and out of Ben's cesta, point 3. In now, CRB, green to post 4. Great serve by Carballo, scores, point 3. Bringing to the court the black shirt to post 5 for this matchup. Here's Ron. Carballo plays this outside. There's Ron coming back to the inside. He's got it. Rebote coming out, kind of a high bouncer. There's Ron sticks with it, keeps it inside. Carballo, he plays this one deep. Waits again, 7 line. Turned back to the inside. There's Carballo, runs under it again, this time just in front of the 11 line. Rebote, 2 wall. That's going to catch a lot of the side wall and sail out of play. Point 3. In receive now, yellow post 6. Here's El Barba. Brings it down on a quick bounce. Played to the corner of that front wall. Comes out middle of the court. El Barba runs under, back to the inside. That one tipped. Point 3. Carballo now 4 straight points to open up his 8th game. That'll bring to the court pink shirt to post 7 for this matchup. Here's Kubala. There's Carballo. Lays it up off the front wall. Kubala comes over to the top. Hand on the wall. Carballo's got it. Goes high off the front wall. Stays out of Kubala's way. It's going to wait for the Rebote on the back end. There it is. Rebote to the outside. Carom from Kubala. That time working perfectly from the outside. That scores point 7. Receive, rounding out the first round of play here. Purple shirt to post 8. Here's Bueno. Bueno stops, fires at the 10. Rebote, forehand, high off the front wall. That's going to be cut off by Bueno at the 9. Plays it back inside. Rebote left side at the 11. It's going to score .7. And that'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's Juice. Blue post 2. Kubala, forehand Rebote, up into that overhead screen. That's out of play, .2. Juice now 2 points. Serving the returning one post. Here's Ben. Juice goes up the wall to make that catch. That's tipped on the left side, .1. 3 points now for post 1 Ben. Returning, here's CRB for this matchup. Green to post 4. CRB waits, lets it pass. Rebote left side, just catches a piece of that overhead screen. That's out of play, .1. Now possible game point now. Red to post 1, Ben with 5 points. And to stop him, post 5, here's Ron. Ben in and out of his Cessna. Just a hard reverse there from Ron. Tough to handle. This game's going to continue, .5. 5 serves, post 6. Here's El Barba. Ron goes deep. El Barba backpedaling. Swinging a miss on the Rebote at the 8 line, .5. Ron with 4. Carballo playing on a post 3. He's got 4 points as well here in this matchup. Carballo charges. Low, hard reverse. That is a perfectly legitimate Chula, actually rolling all the way to the front wall. Textbook. Perfect. .3. Possible game point now for Carballo. You need to stop in there. You got post 8, Bueno. Catch by Bueno off the serve. Fires it at the 11. Rebote comes out there. Carballo hard back inside. There's Bueno with a nice stop. Backhand. Playing this one deep. Rebote forehand from Carballo. Catch out of the air off the sidewall from Bueno. Backpedaling. That's right along the sidewall. Carballo just does get it up off the front wall. It's going to go to the middle of the court. There's Bueno. Plays it back inside. Quick bounce catch. Bueno thought about going outside. So did Carballo. He's still there on the inside. He's got it. Going to play over his head. Rebote shooting out. That's a 2-wall from Bueno. Will score to keep this game alive. Wow. Just inside the line. .8. Bueno on the board now. 2 points. Serving to Kubal for this matchup. Hard reverse. Comes shooting out there. It's taken at the 7. Forehand Rebote save. Reaching back. Kubali's got that one. Rebote. Forehand. Outside. Kubala backpedaling. Takes. Bueno. Forehand side. Crashing into that wall. Fires a forehand back inside. Little space there for Kubala. That was tight along the sidewall. Scores .8. Returning here. Juice, post 2. Juice, that forehand working for him again. Scores .2. Here's CRB, post 4. Juice reaches up that one, tip .4. CRB on the board now, first 2 points of this 8th game, but returning with possible game point. Here's red shirt to post 1, Ben. He's got 5 points. Big reverse CRB on the move. Almost got there. Not quite into the top of the pad. Point and game 2. The red shirt to post 1. Ben. 3 will place here. Carballo's going to place. We'll have a playoff to determine show point. Post 5. Ron serves. First matchup of this playoff to post 8. Bueno. Yeah, that's right along the sidewall. What a save from Ron. Ron just gets it up. And there's the Dejada from Bueno. Not going to get there. Perfect play on the drop shot. Scores .8. 5 is eliminated now from this show point playoff. Bueno with possible show point here serves Juice out of post 2. Will show. Unofficial order finish for game number 8, 1-3-8. 1, 3, and 8. Official results coming up in just a few moments. Results of Game 8 are now official. Post 1, Ben with the win there. Post 3, Carballo takes second. Post 8, Bueno comes in third. 1-3-8 is now official for Game number 8. As the price is up on your screen now, got the $2 Canelo 1-3 or 3-1, $22 even. Let's go to the Ocho, $1 Ocho. 232-51331. 232-51331. 2 of 8 numbers. All you need is 2 of those numbers. You take home $960. And got that $2 try, 138, 266.60, 50-cent box, 66.65. A lot of 6s on the board. And again, just a reminder that guarantee for the Mighty Ocho is doubled in this new season. It was 1,000. If you remember last week, it is now 2,000 guarantee. So we've doubled the guarantee for that. So it's matching that $2,000 guarantee jackpot for one winner. If you get all the numbers right, matches the same total for the high five as well. Both those guarantee $2,000. And moving into the 9th and final game of the day, this Superfecta 9-point singles match. Spectacular 9 scoring here. Played up to 9 points. That's 9 points, not 7 with all points. Still doubling after all those matchups there in the first round of play. A couple scratches to note here. 2 more for you in this 9th and final game. Post 5, you're going to scratch Vuelo. Replace him with CRB. Game 9, post 5, scratch Vuelo. Replace him with CRB. And then post 7, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness. Replace him with Juice. Post 7, scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool Fitness with Juice. Post time for game number 9. That's Superfecta 9-point singles match. To close it out is now just under 6 minutes away. And folks, it is this 9th and final game of the day, and this video here will explain just the subtle differences between Spectacular 7 and Spectacular 9 scoring. Here it is.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
Some chatter about the U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship that will be streamed here live on the Jai-Alai Channel. A couple familiar voices on the call. You got Stu and myself. That's going to be a really exciting opportunity to call that. You get to see some players from across the country, not just these guys here at Magic City, although it's great to call their games. It's just a different type of highlight. A lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of dive-in bodies going everywhere. So that national championship's going to be really cool. Probably a little different style as well, just not necessarily need the pari-mutuel wagering format there. It's just going to be kind of like the NCAA tournament. It's brackets, so you just got to get points and you got to win. That's the name of the game. So that's going to be really cool. We'll bring that for you. As the Jai-Alai Channel said, live here on the Jai-Alai Channel on YouTube. Close out for you a couple of notes. The Fantasy Jai-Alai for this week. Fantasy Jai-Alai for this week, as we said, we're going to play it out. You know, it was kind of a wonky week for a lot of you there, and might have had cool fitness. Might have a guy that it didn't play today. So we understand there's just a lot of things that happen, and it kind of affected a lot of people's entries there. So if you got 3 guys that are still playing and collecting points, you're in a good spot to maybe take home that first U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship hat. And again, for the month of July, all the winners will receive that U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship hat. The winners for fantasy there. So you take a look. The steps were updated between the performances. Going to take a little bit longer to get those updated. They're not going to be right after the performance as usual. We usually have them updated, before the last game of the final day of the week here. But running the one-man booth, we're stretched a little thin back here, so we will get that up for you probably within the hour after the last point here in this 9th and final game. As we'll give you another reminder of the scratch for game number 9. Post 5, you're going to scratch Vello, replace him with CRB. Game 9, post 5, scratch Vello, replace it with CRB. And post 7, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace Cool with Juice. Post 7, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Juice. Again, see the support in the chat. Thank you to everyone. I actually went through it yesterday and really appreciate all the positive comments about the announcing. And look, it's kind of weird when you don't have your partner in crime next to you, and love doing it with Stu. And he's great at what he does, and I love doing the stats and the number stuff. But it's also good to slide into this chair and give you guys a little play-by-play. We hope you enjoyed it. And it was just a pleasure, and it was a blast, and we hope you get another opportunity to do so. Definitely in the national championship, we'll get on the call here for some of the games and play-by-play, and who knows? Maybe the rest of the season here at Magic City we'll get some play-by-play in from me and both Stu. But again, look, thank you guys. I see a lot of comments. And it's kind of like, look, you got a rookie quarterback that comes in his first game that gets the deer in the headlights look, and they use that expression all the time, that the game slows down. And I think that's a really good parallel. Doesn't matter if you're behind the screen here or in front of the, on the court right there. For these guys, it's going to slow down with practice and games and reps, and same thing for me here. So game really slowed down after about game one of that performance yesterday. Just a lot of things to handle, but I appreciate all the support, and I love bringing you guys highlights. So I'll be excited to do it through the rest of the season when everyone's back here. And again, this is the last game for the next week here at Magic City. So let's close it out on a high note. 0 minutes of game 9. We'll see how we do. Yes, and I will work on my pronunciation of Quinella. However, we'll get it down. And with that, game 9, ready to begin this Superfecta 9-point singles match. We'll be playing it up to 9 points instead of 7 all points. Still doubling after all the matchups there in the first round of play. Serving the red at post 1, we've got Ron. Receiving the blue post 2, Ben. Here's Ben. Keeps this one inside. Ron. Got it on the forehand. Goes outside with it again. He's got a quick trigger on that outside. Can't even tell he's thrown it. Point 1. Ron first up on the board here in game 9. In receive, white at post 3 for this matchup, Carballo. Ron hooked that rebote. Point 3. Carballo on the board, 1 point. In receive, El Barba. Green at post 4. Carballo backs up, takes on the forehand side at the 11. El Barba goes outside. Not outside enough, comes middle of the court. Here's Carballo, keeps this one to the middle of the court, and that's tipped, point 3. Thanks, Tennessee. In receive, post 5, CRB. Carballo, side arm carom, scores. Point 3. Carballo now 3 straight points in a receive here. Yellow post 6 for this matchup. We got Bueno. What a catch going up that wall. Here's Carballo, got it on the right side. The carom from the inside. Perfectly placed. That's just above the pad, too. That scores point 3. Here's Juice. Pick up post 7. Substituting in scratch. Cool Fitness. Juice gives Carballo the carom right back. He's on it. Cortada. Just above the pad. Juice got it on the left side. Gives the reverse 2 wall. There's Carballo. Cortada again. This one's going to get by Juice to score. Point 3. Carballo now 5 points into receive, rounding out the first round of play. Here's Carballo. Or Kubala, rather. Point 8. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Back to receive, post 2. Here's Ben. Robote, good save, just digs it out again at the 9 line. This one's going to come outside. Here's Ben. Great stop by Kubala at the 8 line. Gets this reverse off. Ben runs under it at the 10. Fires deep. This one's coming out. Robote, forehand from Kubala back inside. Ben takes on the right side. Keeps this one lower off the front wall. There's Kubala again. Ben's going to let it pass. Robote, forehand this time. Sends Kubala up to the 5. Sidearm. Back inside. Ben catches it at the feet. Gets the reverse off quickly. Kubala leapt in the air. Just gets this Robote off. Keeps it alive. Here's Ben. Sidearm forehand. Kubala comes over the top of this one. Looking for a bit of a bounce. Ben not even going to go for it. Going to let it pass. Robote left side. Middle of the court on a hop. Kubala. Back inside. Ben not going to take it in the air. Waits for the Robote. That one a little too high, a little too hard. Catches the overhead screen out of play. Not .2. Sorry, folks. You're going to see that for a second. That's .8. We'll make the adjustment. Kubala gets the points. Kubala has 3. He'll be serving the red of post 1. Run. Kubala waits for the Robote. Sets up at the 8 line. Plays it back inside. Kind of a Magic City bounce. Good adjustment there by Ron. Keeps it. Robote left side. Tried to do that high scoop. That one just missed. .8. Returning. Here's El Barba. Green of post 4. Kubala keeps this Robote to the inside. El Barba showing good speed, runs under that one. Kubala reaches over his head. He's got it. Delivers another big reverse at the 10 line. Robote comes out once more. Just into the pad again. .8. Possible game point now for purple of post 8. That is Kubala. He's got 7 points. Trying to stop him. Post 5, CRB. Serve there from Kubala. Back CRB up at the 13. Nice reverse there. Low above the pad. Kubala forehand back inside. Reaching CRB. Not going to get there. Point and game. A perfect superfecta game. Purple of post 8. Kubala. 3's going to place. 1 will show. We'll have a 5-way playoff to determine quad point. Big $15 on the line here. See who takes it home. To begin, 6 serve 7. Juice, big reverse. That goes outside. And Bueno turns a 2-wall Robote. That is perfect. That scores .6. We're only playing up to 4 in this quad point playoff, so a quick possible quad point for Bueno here out of post 6. He's serving post 2, Ben. Big reverse. There's Bueno. Good catch again. 9 line. Delivers a big one back. Ben goes for the 2-wall. That one's going to score. .2. Ben now possible quad point. Trying to stop him. Here's El Barba. Ben cuts that one off. Delivers a big reverse. El Barba on the move. He's going to get there. Ben, good idea to catch it. That one would have hit in. It's going to get by El Barba. Ben, post 2, takes the quad. Unofficial order of finish for game number 9, 8-3-1-2. 8-3-1-2. Got that official result coming up in just a few moments. Ben hyped about that $15, takes a quad point there. But Kubala there gets the win in a perfect game. In that superfecta game, even harder than getting the perfect game in those. You got to get an extra point. So congratulations to Kubala. He's dominated. I mean, look, he's dominated those superfecta games. Don't know if it's just me, but he seems to win a disproportionate amount of those, and maybe just chalk it up to the fact that he's one of the most consistent guys that are out on the roster, and you play up to 9 points, you got to win that extra point, as we said. We usually play to 7, so you get to 9, you got to win one more there, and as a guy that's consistent and can catch really well, that could be the difference for him there as the prices come up on your screen. Got a $2 super there. That price went away quickly. Here you got the $2 Quinella 3-8 or 8-3, 26.40. The $2 try 8-3-1, 88.20. The 50-cent box 22.05. And we'll wait. Pretty rare we get the $2 super price here, so we're going to definitely announce that. $2 super 8-3-1-2, 196.20. The 10-cent box 981.
My favorite part about playing professional Jai-Alai is probably the free Gatorades and free waters. My favorite part about being a professional Jai-Alai player, when I play, my mind is so clear. It's really the only time that I'm able to focus on just one thing. It's very exhilarating and exciting, and I love exercise, and I love to be competitive. It just feels like I'm finally getting to do what I want to do every day.
Yeah, someone get that guy a Gatorade. Definitely deserves it after that performance to close it out, and actually closes out the week, as we said here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Final reminder of the schedule and what's going to be happening here for the next week. So the remainder of the games for this week, again, have been postponed. As you see there, comes up. Live games will resume Thursday, July 9th, post time 12 p.m., so that is a week from today. The noon performance on Thursday. So we're going to postpone that performance tomorrow on Friday, performance on Saturday, that performance on Sunday, and also next Wednesday's performance. So we're going to be back next Thursday. Fantasy, got to get your picks in by next Thursday. Everything will be back here next Thursday, and obviously, as we said, doing it out of an abundance of caution. We got a long season here, and we want to make sure everyone's healthy, everyone's safe, and with the injuries piling up, and obviously what's going on, as we mentioned, with testing and stuff like that, we just want to be safe, and this time may be a good time to take a break, let everyone get healthy, recover a little bit in any capacity, and then we'll be back here for you next week, Thursday, July 9th. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon. Can't speak to close it out for you. Glad you chose to join us, and invite you to join us again when we resume play next Thursday, again a week from today, the 12 noon start time, when we will play 9 more action-packed games. We hope that you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai channel. Let us know your thoughts and any questions you may have in the live chat section there on YouTube. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today, and we hope you join us again next Thursday, July 9th, when we'll be back here for our 12 noon performance. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Jai-Alai. Take care, everyone, and be safe.